Hello and welcome to I'd Watch That. How are you doing? I am Ash. I'm the host of this show, the custodian of it, really, let's say. So if you've watched this before, you know exactly what it is. If you haven't, what I've done is I've managed to put the top 100 films from IMDb into a randomizer. We then press a button with a guest and it makes a random film out of those composite words. So just to give you an idea, the first time I ever did it, I got the ass from Kick Ass and the blood from First Blood, and we got Arse Blood. That was the first one. And there we go. Anatomical Bomb just subscribed. How are you doing, Dan? It's good to see you. Good to be you, I nearly said. It would be good to be you. Thank you so much for being there. I've had loads of people following I've literally not been able to stream since the last episode of this, but people have still been following, and that's very, very kind of you. Hopefully we're going to be on some sort of normality going forward. But I need you to get involved with this. The more that you guys get involved in the chat and chip in, the more me and my guests will have to talk about as well. So if you think of something, if you've got an idea of what the film might be, chip in, feel free, and I'll read what I can. As you know, I am dreadful at reading the chat. That is one of my weaknesses. I find it very, very difficult. I find it difficult to read the names. I find it difficult to read out just the things you've said. I start reading where two of you will have a conversation. I just start reading chunks of that out. It's an illness, and leave me alone, basically. So, without further ado, as he wafts away the vape smoke from his front of his face, it's a good friend of mine. He's a comedian. He's a former radio presenter, never to be again, a former podcast partner of mine, friend. What else is he? Lover. And he just referred to himself to his cat as Daddy. Anyway, here is Matt Adlington. Matt, how are you doing?
I wanted to come in like stars in their eyes with all the vape.
You vaped, so you had all the smoke. That was good.
Yeah. That's not weird, by the way, calling yourself to your cat.
I think that is weird because I don't think you're related.
Yeah, but it's more like an adopted situation.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But so you call yourself Dad. Does your partner call herself Mummy?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Go
and see Mummy. When I want to get rid of the cat, usually while I'm sitting on the toilet, and that's when the cat's reading. I see Mummy go away.
Why are you letting the cat into the? Have you got a cat flap on the toilet door?
yeah, and it just comes up through the U-bends.
You got a cat that's coming up the drain pipe, desperate to get in. That's what it's like when you've got a kid. Like, they always want to be in the bathroom and you're in the bathroom. I wouldn't be surprised if I'd lock the bathroom door if one day my daughter's head's just going to come up through the U-bend down the toilet. Just like some sort of horror film, like The Ring, but it's out of the toilet, the toilet ring.
I can't say that in that context. That's horrendous.
No, that's fine. I wish I hadn't said it, but I have said it now. So who have we got in the chat so far? We have got, not that I'm not interested in you, Matt Adlington. I just saw there was a lot of messages, and I feel like if I get behind on the chat, I'm failing. Do you know that? Do you have that feeling? Like I see the chat coming in.
When I'm watching your streams, yeah, I feel like you're getting lost.
I do get lost, but I'm like, I want to talk to you, and we're friends, so I feel like I can cut you off and be rude to you, so that's fine. They'll love that, the anatomical bombs of this world. So Sam the King is in there. He said, Matt, you've got a live stream to do. He says he's drinking a Korean coffee. Sam, you're always eating or drinking, like all the time. He's like Brad Pitt in Ocean's 11. Is it Ocean's 11 or Ocean's 12 that he's constantly eating in every scene?
That's a Brad Pitt thing generally, that he's always eating.
Is it?
I think, yeah. Not every film, but there's a lot of films where he's regularly eating.
Wow, he loves his food. Just Brad Pitt, It turns out. Anatomical Bomb, look at the pencil. That's a man's pencil. This is a carpenter's pencil, I believe. Dan?
Is that one of the square ones?
That's a square one, yeah. You can't, I mean, it's just so it doesn't roll away. That's why they're this shape. Yeah, but you have to cut it with a Stanley blade. That makes it a bit more, makes me feel, yeah, but I'm not saying that because anyone can be a tradesperson, can't they? I can't say manly, but it does, whatever that feeling is that makes you feel manly, I don't want to be manly, but whatever that feeling is, cutting a pencil with a Stanley blade definitely does that. But
Yeah, I
what
know.
the
I know what you
truth of
mean.
it is, I've lost my pen. I don't know where it is in this office. So I had a pencil.
Yeah, when I say manly, I don't really mean manly,
No,
but
no,
I don't
no.
know what the word is to replace it.
It's like,
Man,
it don't have
man,
to be manly, but it's like, creating fire. If you rub two sticks together and you made a fire, it would be that. It's like human. It's like base.
caveman,
Cave person.
a person.
It's a minefield, mate. It's an absolute minefield. Um, Sam the King said I should refrain from getting involved. Sam, you can get involved. Just don't be horrible and disgusting and or racist. Pixie Lemonade. Wait, where's the Sears catalogue? Pixie Lemonade. Very good name, by the way. I can only do that with Stuart, I'm afraid. Although Matt and Stuart currently have the same hairdo, so you just need to say hello quite a lot there, Matt, and then
Oh,
there we go. We could maybe get away with it.
apparently I'm quiet, Ash.
I'm going to turn you up then, mate. There you go. Try that.
Is that better, everyone? How's
Yeah,
that?
that's fine. That's fine. Without breaking the stream, can you turn Matt up a little bit, please? Mocha Joe, is it? I get this wrong every time. I'm going to say Mocha Joe. Mocha Joe.
Yeah,
The problem I have is there is a chance I'm going to break the stream. Before, I was setting everything up beforehand, and Matt said, "Oh, this is good that you're doing this before you've actually started streaming for once." And I have realised that on the next screen, there's a real possibility that I've fucked something up, and I'm going to need to change it. But I haven't got like studio mode on, so it's really difficult to see that. So I'm going to press a button. It's all going to look. There's Matt looking at his cat. Look at that. There's a man who's looking at his cat. He said my cat's about to get into a fight, and look at him. He's obsessed.
I can see it happening in like real time. The offending cat has come down from the shed and he's inches away from my cat's face. To be honest with you, it's hard to tell where cat's tail ends and body begins because the tail is so puffed up. This is twitchable.
We should be. You're saying we should be streaming out there rather than what you're gonna offer with your I'd Watch That.
Cat Fight Club. We've already got one.
It's Nout said hardcore is what it is. Now it's Nout. I don't know what that's in relation to. This is exactly what I'm talking about. We talk about things, people comment, and then I can't remember what it is that we've said. I don't know what is hardcore. Is it this pencil? Maybe that's what you mean. The feeling is hardcore.
Yeah, it's hardcore.
Anatol Kavon says you whittle that pencil. Did you used to do that thing where you used to pretend you had a wobbly pencil?
No. I got bullied enough in school. I didn't need to give him any more ammo.
That's fair. Yeah, you didn't have a rubber pencil like me. Whoa. The frame rate doesn't help on this though. Right, Matt. Let's start. Let's do this, shall we? We've got to start at some point. It's good just to see you. We used to record a radio show together, didn't we? We had a radio show. It was prime time, wasn't it?
Yeah. The 1 till 6 a.m. slot.
Saturday and Sunday, Radio Essex. But then we left.
We did leave, yeah, and all the kebab shops in town were gutted when we went, mate.
I think they probably were, because although the music didn't change, there just wasn't me and you taking the piss. We used to do stuff where we would just see, like, more often than not, you'd say something, I'm going to say the word outrageous, and then you'd look at me and go, we can't,
that all right.
we can't leave that, and I'd go, it's out, I've pressed the button, it's gone. It's fine. And then we'd be like, oh, we're going to get... Every time we'd walk out the studio, we'd go, someone's going to complain about that. Like, we'd definitely get a complaint about that. And never once did we get a complaint. One time...
We did have the best feature in the world, though.
Tell the viewer about the feature, because I think it's a brilliant... Sam the King has just mentioned it in the chat.
Has he? Yeah, phony talent. That was the best feature in the world. Which is basically where we got people to phone up and display their phony talent.
Yeah, a talent that... over the phone that doesn't really work done over the phone. What were the examples? We had a woman come in who could tell a biscuit by the crunch. So if I crunched the biscuit into the microphone, she said that she could decide what biscuit it was from that.
Yeah, that was great. There was a geezer that said that you threw a load of coins on the table, he could tell you how much it was.
Yeah, instantly tell how much it was. But so he had to do that.
It was great as well because you chuck the coin on and go, yeah, it's £2.20, and he'd be right.
Yeah, every time. And someone who could paint photorealistic paintings of people in the space of a song. But he was doing it at his end. We had to take his word for it. They were all good.
He didn't have a camera.
It was a lovely, lovely time that we had. But ultimately, Twitch came along and we decided we wanted to quit because we're both big Twitch streamers now. You haven't streamed for ages, have you?
No, I only wanted to Twitch Football Manager, and turns out that game, whilst I love it, very difficult to make entertaining. There are some very good Twitch streamers that do Football Manager, very talented people. I struggled to be excited about a 4-hour transfer window.
Yeah, that's a real problem. It is a real problem. I think so. Does it work in video? Says Sam the King. None of it works in video. That's the whole beauty of phony talent there, Sam, really. Oh, Rubik's Cube. Yeah, someone could do a Rubik's Cube it's like, he's like, oh yeah, done it in a record time. It was like, right, on your marks, get set, go. And he went, done it. And then he said he was doing it blindfolded. But obviously it's all down the phone. But yeah, I remember you saying something really atrocious on the radio. Like something genuinely, like I went like this when you said it. And I was like, do we need to go back to it? Because we could dump stuff that we were saying and stuff. Yeah, and I was like, no, done. It's gone. And then it's like, should we leave that? It's gone. Do we tell anyone? Didn't tell anyone.
That was the thing in the end, wasn't it? That radio show became almost like, what can we do? Because we were positive that no one was listening.
No one cared.
We were like, well, let's just test that theory a little bit, see how far we can push it. And turns out, no one was listening.
It's very, very good. Oh, hello, Tofu. Blob 48548. Catchy name there, Tofu. Absolutely love that. Why have you gone for Blob 48548? Also, there's a thing I've noticed with the chat where people give themselves names. And I go, oh, that's just a random collection of letters and numbers. And someone goes, no, you idiot. That's from... And then names a TV show that I've no idea about. Ash Slacks McNulty. I'm not late. No, you're not late because we've been talking shit basically for 5 minutes. So, Matt, this is where it could all go wrong. I'm going to press the button and we'll see just how much I have to do to correct what's happening. But are you ready to get into some I'd Watch That?
I cannot wait. Let's do it.
Oh, it's worked. It's worked. We're all absolutely delighted that somehow it worked. So, just to recap, for those of you who have just joined in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to press the button on this randomizer. It's going to create a film made of 2 titles. Matt is then going to tell us what he thinks that film is. It could be a modern film. It could be an old film. It could be talking about something from the 80s, the 70s, the 30s, or something that's coming in the future, whether it be a blockbuster, a romantic comedy. It could be anything. Whatever Matt thinks. There's no wrong answers. Whatever he thinks is right. That's basically how it works. You've seen it before. You watched it with Ashens. We're going to be doing... I spoke to Dan today. We're going to be doing another one with Anatomical Bomb because the last one was horrific, as you're aware. Although, I probably had more comments of people saying they enjoyed it than any one that we've done, including Ashens, who obviously brought about 800 people with him.
The content was great, mate. I really enjoyed the conversation. It was just very difficult to listen to.
Very difficult because of his views, because of Anatomical Bomb's views. That was why, wasn't it? It wasn't so much the... It was some of his opinions were a bit upsetting. Quality is too good today, people are saying.
Yeah, it's all running far too smoothly for this to be an Ash Frith production.
We're really worried about that being the case. But like I say, I want you to get involved. So if you've got an idea about something, if you think of actors that should be in it, Matt said earlier, you struggle a little bit, Matt, don't you, with the minutiae of film?
I know faces, not names.
Same here. Very much the same here.
Real problem.
What kind of films do you like? I've known you for years. I've never watched a film with you.
I don't know. Like I'll watch anything really. Like as long as if it grabs me in the first 10 minutes of any film is key. I know that's generally true, but definitely for me, I can not like it in 10 minutes if I'm in the wrong mood or it just doesn't grab me, and then go, no, I don't like that film, and then 10 years later sit down and watch it and it be my best film ever.
Yeah. What is your best film ever?
Apollo 13.
Really? I didn't. Oh, hang on. Hang on.
I like space.
There's this whole thing where Matt said one day, he came into the radio studio, he's like, I'm thinking about getting a new tattoo. I was like, what are you getting? He went, I'm going to get like space tattooed on my arm, all the planets and stuff. I was like, why? And he said, I love space. I've always loved space. I went, you've never mentioned space. He was like, yeah, I have. I'm always talking about space. So to justify it, we had a feature on the radio called Matt's Space News, where basically, as he walked into the studio, Matt would be Googling some news about space every day to justify it. You never did get the tattoo, did you?
No, not yet, mate. It's coming.
Not yet. So Apollo 13, obviously your favourite film. I mean, it's a
Great.
cracking film.
Yeah, really good film. Tom Hanks and space. What more do you want?
Well, yeah, that I guess. Blob 48 Tofu. I'm just going to call you Tofu. I got it when I was like 8. I wanted to be called Blob on Club Penguin, and they suggested this username. So you just use that. That's it. There's a good story. There's a lot. I love the usernames. I really love it. Like when I do Ashen's stream, and there's like wet wipe guy 45 and stuff like that. I love it. I always want to know where the things come from. So if you've got a good one, get in touch. Ash Flax McNulty. Matt, if you could absolutely fuck your audio somehow, it would be much appreciated by the regular I'd Watch That viewers.
I can happily oblige. I can do this. Look, Ash hates
No, don't. It's like, don't. It was actually very quiet then, to be fair. But so this is the thing, right? I find it the whole noise I find vaping annoying generally. I find the noise of it annoying. That's the smoke or vape, whatever, annoying. But you did a podcast where you specifically spoke about how annoying it was. You were like, I listened back, it was unbearable.
But you know what's more unbearable? Allowing my nicotine levels to drop even slightly.
That's fair. Right. Someone said, Tofu said it's good to see Sir Patrick Stewart on the show. I think that's because he is also bald, Matt.
Oh, yeah, us baldies, we all look alike.
Rob Debs, sorry guys, I'm just popping by to show support. Frankly, Women's Euros, and well, I won't spoil it. It's bloody great. I'll watch this later. Thank you, Rob Deb. And Rob, you're going to be on soon. I'm going to message you. You'll be fantastic on this. I look forward to having you on. That'll be great. Well done. Enjoy the Euros and watch it on catch up. Thank you very much for popping in. That's brilliant. Sam the King, what vape? Oh, I don't care what vape flavour he's on, Sam.
You do? If I told you, you'd be immediately...
It'll be strawberry cheesecake or some old shit, wouldn't it?
Bavarian slice.
No, thank you.
Okay. Don't tell me you're not interested in what that smells like.
No, I'm not. Ash Flax McNulty. I ended up with Ash Flax McNulty out of frustration seeing the same username take a message 20 times. Oh, that's fair. Yeah, that is all right. And then I got banned for ass. Oh, yeah, you got your ass banned, didn't you? If it helps, I can't hear Ash or Matt. You can't hear Ash or Matt, so I'm getting the classic experience. Right. Let's go. Matt, are you ready for your first I'd Watch That film?
Yes, please.
Let's see. It might all go wrong in a moment. I think we're probably still okay with Anatomical Bomb at this point. Anatomical Bomb. I ended up with Anatomical Bomb because I'm hot as hell.
There you are.
You are. You truly are, Dan. Right, Matt, without further ado, are you ready for your first movie this evening?
Yes, please.
Off Bill. That opens up. That could be a lot of things. I've got an idea. It pops straight into my head, but this isn't about me, Matt. This is all about you. Off Bill.
Yeah. Okay, I see this, I think, as an animated movie, like a Pixar movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Off Bill. Hey, it's not about a decomposing man, is it?
No.
He's gone off.
Basically, they're trying. It's the first 18-rated Pixar movie where they're trying to. There's a hit out on Woody's dad, Toy Story.
So it's a spin-off of Toy Story, like Buzz Lightyear.
No, there's a hitman out to kill it.
Yeah, but it's a spin-off. So Woody's actually in it, like Woody's dad.
There's flashbacks to Woody.
It's in. So you're saying this is in the Toy Story universe, the TSU?
Yeah, Andy's fully grown now.
Yeah.
And to get a little bit of money, he started out taking out contracts on toys because he found out that they were alive.
He's getting them whacked.
Yeah, he is, and so there's a like a. I'm going all out here. I'm going to have all elements in my first film. There's like a time travel thing where Woody comes from the future and says, "You got to kill my dad, otherwise all the toys will die." So it's now how they off Bill.
What? So he's coming back to Andy. So Andy wants to get people killed because he wants to get toys killed.
Andy is a contract toy killer.
Oh, right.
For a living.
Because he found out they were alive.
Yeah, he found out they were alive, and
That
just
fucked with
by
his head.
he fucked with his
He
head
knows
big
what
time.
Woody and Buzz saw.
He knows everything, right? He knows everything. And then he just killed like a Russian doll, his latest contract. And then there's a big
Oh,
flash.
you mean like the stacking?
Yeah,
Oh, he
yeah.
killed a whole family, including the little baby one.
Yeah. Oh, he's heartless, mate. Yeah, he's no emotion in it whatsoever. They're not real people in his eyes. They're not real
Wow, wow,
people.
wow.
He's heartless. And then as he gets home, there's a big flash in his like cupboard or something, and it's Woody from the future.
How does he transport? What is there? Is there a
Never
reason?
find out. Never find out.
You never find out.
No, no, it's a bit like Terminator. They never show the time machine. It's just a flash, and you can travel through time. It's just
I like
kind
it. I'm signing that off. If I'm the producer of this film, I'm like, good. That sounded expensive. We're in.
of yeah, we cut down. Yeah. And so yeah, Woody's come back and said, "Look, my dad does some horrendous things in a few years, and pays Andy to kill his dad."
But even though he knows Andy probably wants to kill him,
Yeah. It's like a
that's
real sort of
yeah.
It's tense. It's very tense.
Is Woody going along for the murderous ride?
No, because he's time traveled. So what he does, he's got like this time traveling audio walkie-talkie thing, so he can talk to him. We hear Tom Hanks's voice. We don't see him otherwise we'll run out of copyright.
So, but it's Pixar that are making it, isn't it?
Yeah, I did say that, didn't I?
Well, it's up to you. It's up to you. Like, I don't, because I think if it's not Pixar making it, you're going to struggle to get this over the
Yeah,
line with the
that's
copyright
true. All
people.
right. Yeah, so we don't. Okay, but I'm sticking. I don't want Woody in it. I want this to be, because I'll tell you who is in it. Who comes to? So what happens is we have all this. This is obviously the first.
Hold on.
20
So who's
minutes.
coming through a time machine into Andy's bedroom?
Woody.
But you
It's the
don't
only
want
time
him.
we see him.
Oh, the only time you see him.
Yeah. It's just like a little cameo.
Okay.
Because Tom Hanks is expensive, mate. I mean, this is a low budget.
And then okay. So this sounds like one of those things. Have you heard about the new Winnie the Pooh thing? They're making a horror film because Winnie the Pooh's just come into public domain, but his copyright has
Yeah.
run out with Disney. So now anyone can make a Winnie the Pooh film, whoever wants to. All of the rights to Winnie the Pooh are now free. This sounds like
Yeah.
the kind of thing that 60 years down the line they're making Toy Story horror films, but they've just
Yeah.
so managed to get the lead actor, like Tom Hanks, is still alive. How old is Toy Story? It must be 20 odd years.
It's got to be easy.
You
Isn't it?
could
It was the
probably,
first proper animated one.
yeah,
Like that, isn't it? First
you could
Pixar one.
probably get away with this in about 40 years' time. That this doesn't need to be copyrighted at all. But
Yeah, I
Tom
agree.
Hanks will be about 110 years old then, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's right. We've got a time machine. That works out.
Okay, so you've really got a time machine now, is the problem.
Yeah.
Right, so what did he
Okay.
do? We want to know, or did he do it? What did his dad do? Or was it really bad? How dark is this film?
I mean, it's really bad. It's really bad. I don't want to have you taken off air, mate, but there's a lot of blood. A lot of blood.
So are they successful? Like, what's the like not moral of the story, but with all these things, there's.
So, right, I'll tell you the twist. Shall I tell you the twist?
I'd love the twist, mate. Yes, please.
You'll never guess who comes to Woody's dad, Bill. You'll never guess who comes to save him. Only Sid, isn't it?
Wow.
Sid has gone full circle, and he's aware that Andy is killing all of these toys. So he's got a toy museum now.
So because he got so scared by the toys coming to life, he's now the
Yeah.
most respectful. It did its job.
Yeah, absolutely. So now he's trying to save Woody's dad. Bill.
Okay, trying to.
Well, that's where we're going to leave the end of the film.
What? So we don't
Yeah.
know whether Woody's dad gets murdered.
No. He's right at the point where he's about to have a big fall.
Is his dad Humpty Dumpty?
No, he was couch surfing. He was staying at his place.
This is bleak.
He was on the run. He was on the run.
Well, he's on the
He was
run
like,
because of his crimes. I forgot.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. So just as Andy's about to murder, is his dad a cowboy?
Yeah, he's like one of those old timey prospectors.
Like Stinky Pete in.
Yeah, very similar to Stinky Pete, although again different for merchandising
Yeah,
reasons.
yeah. Is this a B movie? Is this a copy? Is this one though? Is it like, you know that when cars come out, there was also in Tesco you could buy like vehicles. You know what I mean? Or when planes come out, it was like aeroplanes.
Yeah, it's a bit sort of Dagenham Market version Pixar.
Okay. What are they
Bit
called?
not.
Someone in the chat will know. They've actually got a name, those things, haven't they? There is a company that actually makes those. But it's
Oh, really?
really dark. That's really dark. But you've managed to get Tom Hanks in to actually voice Woody again.
Yeah. That's the big. That's the trailer, I think.
Yeah, it entices people into thinking it's some sort of official thing. Is it a
Yeah.
comedy or is it a horror? What is this?
I guess it would be more like a Bourne film, animated.
I mean, it sounds like a
Bourne meets Terminator,
meets
Toy Story.
Toy Story. Give me a tagline then. How are you selling this film? What is it? So what? It's off Bill, and what? So what is Bill the dad? And
Bill's
off,
the dad.
so off means kill. We know that.
Yeah,
Let's off
yeah, yeah.
someone. And Bill. So what's Woody's name in Woody? Has he got? Has he got a
Woody's a
surname?
cowboy.
Is
Woody's a
it
cowboy.
okay? So is it Bill the cowboy? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
It's off Bill, and the tagline is "Batteries not included."
I mean, there's a film called. Okay,
Yeah, I don't know that.
batteries not included.
Yeah,
It doesn't really allude to the murder or the crime that Bill did or anything to do with Toy Story,
maybe that's the crime. Maybe he's stealing all the batteries.
but okay, it's a little bit less murdery or attacky, isn't it? So
In
that's
Toy World, mate, that is
oh yeah, he's killing people.
yeah.
So Andy's not
Yeah.
a bad guy in this. It's Bill that's so. But
Bill.
that he's going around stealing batteries out of other toys.
All toys.
Suddenly, this doesn't feel quite so 18. It feels a bit more like you
Yeah,
might
but
get through.
I'm imagining a lot of killing akin to Kill Bill.
Ah, right, yeah, okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
Can you give me like you know, the big scene? You know, like the bit in the trailer. It's Luke Skywalker when he says, "I am your father." Darth Vader says that, and Luke's like, "No!" Like, can you think of something in this film? What's the grip?
I think the big scene in this film is where you see Andy face to face with Sid, and Sid is protecting Bill, with Woody communicating with Andy, saying, "Take the shot."
Take the shot. But so Sid is protecting, because Bill is bad.
It was bad,
Bill,
but
but
he's a toy, and all toys need to be respected now.
Sid
From Sid's
believes.
point of view.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Have you got anything else you want to add to this film?
Yeah, the dinosaurs in it as well.
Oh yeah, lovely. Okay. Lovely. Lovely little touch. Let's go over to the chat and see what people are saying. Sam, specifically not gonna read that out. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Sam. Blob says I like Matt's room, so not necessarily regarding the. Are they pictures you actually took on your travels?
Yeah, they are. I took them with an iPhone 3, I think.
Well done, mate. Well done. So, Blob, if you want them, Matt will sort them out. You can send them over to you. Get you some pictures. The Mr. Frog Show. Rags to riches story of a cook who starts killing hookers and serving them up, but not charging for them, hence why they are off the bill. Okay. Will Winnie the Pooh be set in China? Says Sam. Sam, stop it. Stop it. Because I will read stuff out, and then you'll say something really inappropriate, and I'll read it, and I'll be the one who gets in trouble because you've said it. Because I read everything.
It's not hard to make Winnie the Pooh dark, though, is it?
No, it's pretty dark.
Eeyore as a character is dark already. I mean,
Anatomical Bomb says Matt's blown his wad. Dinosaurs and time travel right off the bat. Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, you're going to have to work some to up that, aren't you? You've got dinosaurs and time travel in your first film.
Yeah, my tactic with anything that I do is to go hard early doors
Front
and
load.
and then hope people remember the good times.
Front load and then get out. Yeah.
It's,
Okay. Well, I like that. Off Bill. I'm in. We got some Tom Hanks action.
yeah,
That's where the money's going on that alone.
yeah.
I think we
That's
can
why.
get the Andy actor. I think we can get the Sid actor. I think we can get the dinosaur actor.
Yeah, because the fact that you're calling them the dinosaur actor means that they're probably not that expensive.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm saying. I believe Tom Hanks is where most of the money's going on this one. Okay,
Yeah.
you ready for your next film, Matthew?
Yes, please. Well, you skip one then.
It does that. It rotates through. It gives the illusion that it's really being random, which it is being really random. It just shows a few. I saw one. I thought it was good. This says Piercer Black. I don't know what Piercer is from, what movie that is, and Black.
I don't know what that means.
Something that pierces something. I wish I knew what that was from. Has anyone got any idea what Piercer is from? So yeah, Piercer Black. I mean, use it, Matt. Make it feel right. This to me feels quite moody. I don't know, but
I'm gonna say that this is a spy movie.
okay, I think that's good.
It's like it's Iceland's answer to James Bond.
Oh wow. Yeah, because there's been a lot of those like Norwegian TV stuff. There's been that. There was The Bridge or whatever it's called. Was that Danish and Norwegian? And there's like The Killing, very Scandi. So this is Icelandic, is it?
This is Icelandic, set solely on the island of Iceland.
Yeah, have you been there?
No.
No, never been there. You're a well-travelled man, though, so I thought you might have done.
I've been to Scandinavia, but I've not been to.
So, a spy film based on a tiny island of Iceland. There's about 20,000 people live in Iceland, isn't there?
Yeah, it's not a massive place that everyone knows who he is.
The name's Bod. Yeah, we know, mate. We know.
Yeah, that's it.
What's his name? His
name's Piercer Black.
That is his name. Okay, that's good. And is it an Icelandic actor we're getting in? Like, I'm not expecting you to name them. I'm not. I mean, or are we? Are you going with a big name?
I was gonna go for a big name, but I haven't quite decided.
Albino Crocodile, thank you very much for the subscription. You're very, very kind. And hello, by the way. Sorry, Matt, I'm going to interrupt you with those things, though. Yeah, so Piercer Black is a spy on Iceland.
Yes, played by Morgan Freeman.
I wasn't expecting that. Was not expecting that. Is he doing an accent?
No, he's doing classic Morgan Freeman.
But voice. So obvious, it's not. He's going to be the only non-blue-eyed, blonde-haired man on Iceland. Probably about what I reckon the black population of Iceland is about 0.5%, probably.
I've just realised what I've done as well.
He's a spy. Oh, and his surname's Black. That's absolutely fine. You're in the clear here. That's fine. It's going to be very difficult to be a spy when you stand out.
Yeah, well, the thing was, it's like I say, everyone knows everyone on the island, so they had to get someone in that no one knew to be a spy. Otherwise, they'd know.
But aren't they conspicuous by the fact that no one knows it? Like, they go, "Who's that guy? I don't know. Well, he can't be a spy. I've never seen him before."
Well, mate, you're in a catch-22 situation here, mate.
You really are.
As long as it is wide, isn't it?
It's really brought home the fact that James Bond can only operate in a major city in a major country.
Yeah, he'd be useless in Canby Island.
He would. They'd just go, "Who's that bloke?" on a speedboat down the creek.
Jimmy B shit himself in year 8. That's
what
it'd be like. Horrendous.
Jimmy B.
That's what it's like in Iceland. So they have to get Piercer Black in as their only. They don't call it 00.
What do they call it?
He's a 11. different dialing code, isn't it?
Yeah. Right, so we've understood now who Piercer Black is, And
Yeah.
but so what's the plot? Why is he a spy in Iceland? Why have they called him?
Well, Iceland, as you well know, Ashley, is
I'll be the
full of
judge of that.
volcanoes. Full of
Oh
volcanoes.
yeah,
Lots
very
of
vocal.
Iceland. And so, what if you've got a lot of volcanoes on your island? What else have you got? That's right, supervillains.
There's
There
so
it
it's like
is.
the home. Hang on, this is good because they're always in volcanoes. They've got to
Yes.
find. They can't. That's true, you know. When you see
Yeah.
these things, they're in a volcano. You never think to yourself, "Where's the volcano?" There's a finite number of volcanoes in the world.
And they're
Of course, they're
generally
going to be clustered together in. This is brilliant.
and this is like so in this film,
That's a bad neighborhood. That is. That is a bad neighborhood.
right? And in this film, they're having like the G7 equivalent of supervillains. So they're all gathering in the many volcanoes on the island
Yeah.
to discuss the next big geopolitical event that they can be the terrorists against.
Brilliant. This is great.
And so Pierce Black needs to not only
I mean, he is about
infiltrate.
75 years old, isn't he, Morgan Freeman, as well? So
Yeah,
it's quite difficult for him to get around. And those walks to a volcano, I imagine, are very taxing on the old legs.
they are, but he's a smart man, remember. So he enlists the help of one of those locals with the donkeys that
Like a
take all his.
Sherpa,
Yeah, Sherpa, that's the word, yeah.
an Icelandic Sherpa, who is
Iceland,
played by.
who's played by Jennifer Aniston and her pet donkey.
Jennifer Aniston plays an Icelandic Sherpa
Yeah,
to Morgan Freeman's Pierce Black.
yeah,
So he's going to try and get to this G7 summit meeting.
yes. Yeah, and oh yeah, he's going to try and get there and infiltrate, and then obviously he's going to have to, it's one of those typical black tie James Bondy type events where he can just stroll in, no disguise, no accent. Everyone will pretend they don't know who he is, even though the guy in the cloakroom was in his science class at school, like everybody, because everyone knows everyone.
So they all Icelandic, all the bad, or all the villains Icelandic, or have they had to come from worldwide?
They've come from all over, mate. They've come
Yeah.
from all over. We've got some, all the big volcano nations of the world. We've got some Indonesian baddies.
Yeah, but also, if you're a baddie, you want a volcano, so you don't have to be from a volcanic nation. Like, you can have an American baddie that is like, well, I have to live in a volcano. Where's good volcano? And so they've probably got quite a high population of volcanic baddies.
So this is what the event is. This is a big volcano timeshare event, which is why there's so many bad guys there. They're all like trying to get a bit of time.
This is a comedy. Surely this is a comedy.
Yeah, this is like a spy comedy.
So
Yeah.
they're trying to sell volcanic timeshare. Like,
Yeah.
it's difficult to buy your own volcano, but if you can have this one for 2 months of the year, love it.
Yeah, there you go. Because there's not that many volcanoes, but there's loads of supervillains.
It's a finite number of volcanoes. There's almost infinite number of supervillains.
Here we go. And it's only Pierce Black, with the help of his trusty Sherpa, Frader,
Aniston. Yeah, sorry, yeah.
that can infiltrate this timeshare event and, find out where the top 10 baddies are going to be over the next year.
Okay, and so talk me through it. Talk to me about like how this builds up. What's the sort of denouement of the film? What's the pinnacle of this film? Like, he's in there because we need action. It can't just be him at a corporate event, can it?
Yeah, it's very Casino Royale in that sense. So yes, it can be.
Yeah,
actually.
it turns out it can be. Yeah.
There's a lot of there's a lot of tense moments where we think the volcano's going to erupt and everyone goes running.
Oh, there's a volcanic erupt. Is that because of a bad guy, or is that just it's time to erupt?
It's just one of the volcanoes
That was
do it.
bad planning from the people.
Yeah, it is. But they're bad guys, remember? So by bad guy, we don't necessarily mean morally. They could just be their organisational skills that we're
Yeah,
describing.
they're just bad guys. Or maybe they're bad. They're one bad guy trying to wipe out all the other bad guys so they could be the top bad guy.
True, yeah, under the guise of a timeshare event.
They're idiots, aren't they?
Yes, yeah, it could be that. It's sounding a bit more like Despicable Me now, actually.
It is a bit like this. Who's playing? Who's playing this super baddie?
the main bad guy, the super baddie.
That's going to kill
Uh,
all the other baddies.
yeah. I would really like
I've got.
Gene Hack.
Oh, Gene Hackman, you've gone old there.
Yeah. Trying to because he's a bit out of date, out of sync now. He's not. He's
I
not
mean,
the
you're quite
cool.
right. He's not been in a film for about 20 years for a start.
Exactly.
Yeah. You're the Tarantino of these films, really. You're giving all these people an extra little bit of life, aren't you?
Yeah. The way I see it, if I was going to put it in Football Manager terms, I've got no transfer budget, and they're available on a free transfer.
Yeah. So what kind
Uh,
of budget are you going for this film? Imagine like you're the studio. What are they giving you to make this?
oh, and it's on a B movie budget.
Is it really? It's low budget. Is
Yeah.
it
B movie.
is it getting cinema release? Or is it going?
Sorry.
Is it getting a cinema release, or am I seeing this in Tesco?
No. It's full cinema release, but only on a 2 for Tuesday.
Oh really? Oh, that's.
Yeah.
Can I have a tagline for Piercer Black? I love the title actually. When you say it like that, him being Piercer Black, like
Yeah.
Piercer, a spy piercing through the enemy
Yeah.
deception.
Pierce Black, Time to Erupt.
Time to erupt. I mean, it sounds like a porno.
Yeah. I mean,
Morgan
it's very parody. It's very. You could parody it very easy.
It sounds like it is a parody.
No, how dare you?
Right. Okay. So let's see what people are saying. Snowpiercer says Ash Naughty. I don't know why. Ah, that was Anatomical Bomb. Snow Orphan is a mirror universe of this film. I don't know why.
Snow Orphan. I've not seen that film.
Wait. Apparently, Orphan Black is a telly thing.
Right.
My dad likes those Scandi TV shows. A lot of people do, Tofu. Albino Crocodile sounds like a variation on Piercer Black. Yeah. Albino Crocodile says the sequel. And then Blob says Agent 11. I don't know in reference to what, so I can't help you.
Oh, because we said it was a double one
Agent 11.
Oh, it's got to be 017, surely.
Time to Erupt is good. So Bond films have a theme tune. Who's singing the theme tune to Piercer Black?
Oh. If we're bringing people back, I would adore
What
it.
do you mean if we're bringing? Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
If the what they call the Offspring would do it.
Give it to me, baby.
That's it, yeah.
If we bring it, like, imagine that. Yeah. Okay, Matt. I think it's
Pretty
a bit.
for an Icelandic guy.
I think this is difficult because we're bringing back Morgan Freeman, who's about 80, Gene Hackman, who's about 90. Neither of them have acted for a long time. But if we can get a big tune on this, I think we're fine. Who have you got in mind? I'm thinking about The Offspring. Sold. We're in. This is getting made.
The thing is, right? You're telling me you would not want to go. Well, I need to know what that sounds like.
Yeah, that's true. I'd be listening to it.
Yeah, this movie is selling only on like. Well, I've got to find out if it's any good. But,
it's one of those things. When I see a film like this, and occasionally you do, I think to myself, well, it can't be as bad as it obviously seems because it wouldn't have got made. It's got to be actually good.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's true. Okay, I like that. I think Piercer Black sounds like a really good film. I think that's got real potential.
Can I say I'd watch that?
Yeah, I think I'd watch that. I'm gonna give that a tick. Well done. I'm not so sure about Off Bill. I'm gonna be honest with you, but yeah, Piercer Black. Well done, Matt. Are you ready for your third choice this evening?
Yes, please.
Here we go. Fall snow. Not snowfall, but fall snow.
Oh, wow.
Very interesting. So I wonder if that's a pun. Like, because normally you'd say snowfall. I wonder if that is a pun on... I don't know. Why would it be the other way around? Interesting. Very interesting.
Very good question. I'm seeing this as a Western.
Wow, not a lot of snow in a snow Western, or is it? I don't want to jump. I don't want to jump ahead.
No, it's a Western, Ash. Yeah, it's set in the wild, wild west of the United States of America.
Famously so, yeah.
Huh?
Famously so. That's where the most westerns took place, wasn't it? There wasn't,
Traditionally,
although
yeah,
they were filmed in Italy and Spain. A lot
yeah,
of them.
of course, yeah. So this is a western, but it's like a dystopian alternative western,
Oh, okay.
where instead of desert and cactuses, you've got it's just snow and pine trees.
Which is
And
almost as desert like as you're dry. Like, you know, it's about inhabilit
basically,
inhospit what's the word? Inhospitable
yeah,
inhospit
um,
what's the word? How do you say that? Inhospitable.
yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Don't know what a
Okay,
word
so a
to use.
western set in the snow.
Yeah, basically, it's going to be a shoot up in a ski resort, mate. Is what it's going to be.
There's the elevator pitch. You know that thing where it's like you've got until the elevator gets from the ground floor to the person's floor to sell it. Basically,
Yeah,
mate, it's a shoot up in a ski resort.
ski resort. It's going to look like
It's going to be
uh,
beautiful. And the
yeah.
blood on the snow, that's got real potential to me.
Do you know what I was thinking? That was the first image that come into my head. So I was thinking, I want Tarantino. You mentioned him a little while ago.
This
I
is a
want him
Tarantino film.
to direct it. It's a Tarantino film, and he does a western very, very well.
Yeah.
He's done a few, hasn't he? So
This is
I'd like,
great. Yeah, a western in the
so
snow. Like
yeah.
I'll throw my pencil. You
But don't
know,
worry, it won't roll away.
no, there it is. Um, you know, when there's like people held up in a western, they're in a building and everyone's surrounding it. What's that called? That's like a
Like a stand.
standoff, that type of thing. But this is going to be in
Yeah,
a log cabin.
yeah,
And imagine
yeah.
there's bears to contend with. Someone's getting eaten by a bear, aren't they? At some point.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, in the most horrific way. Like, I'm imagining again. I'm kind of stealing little bits from other films all the
This is what
time
this
here.
is all about, mate. That's what the great directors do.
Exactly right. So I'm imagining a bear killing someone, very, very, very akin to when the T Rex killed that geezer off the toilet in
Oh,
Jurassic Park.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
very much.
so I can sort of see this as being maybe not black and white, but very dark and light, the snow being light, and blood. Like at the moment, there's some comics that I've been reading. It's like black and white and blood. They've done a Moon Knight one, they've done a Deadpool one. It's like black and white and blood. So you see all the red for the blood, and it's mainly in sort of black and white tones.
Just a bit like Max Payne. That
Bit
sort
like
of.
Max Payne, yeah, very much so.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. I can see
Tarantino's
that.
got that in him, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's very, very
Like the
talented.
Hateful Eight. Is that like that? Anatomical
Yeah,
Pattern.
there is a bit of snow. I'm sure. Yeah, there's snow in the beginning of the Hateful. I can't
Is
remember if it's not.
there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because it did snow. It's there's Rocky Mountains and stuff like that.
And that's where the
Colorado.
Westerns were. Colorado's that's where Buffalo Bill was from. I went
Hey,
to his
look, you
grave.
can't. Is that genuine? Is that
Yeah,
true?
yeah, that's true. I went to his
Okay.
grave.
I thought that was north rather than west.
He was from Colorado, Buffalo Bill, but he wasn't necessarily a real cowboy. He was more of a performer. But that was from cowboy times, you know.
That's true, actually. You imagine everyone in cowboy, like Western times, that would have been a cowboy, but some of them had to be accountants,
Because
right?
what did cowboys really mean? That there weren't many people ranching, were there? And like cowboy in the cowboy films means shoot each other in the street, doesn't it?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I imagine actually being a cowboy was a very mundane, right,
Yeah, you had to
existence.
spit and drink, and that's about it. And I'm
And
all
drink.
out of spit.
Heard-
Buffalo Bill was he run was it the Pony Express? He was one of the riders for the Pony Express, which was where they took the mail across America. He did that for a bit, and then he just basically become a performer. He had like the Buffalo Bill Circus essentially, and he became mega famous from that. But he was a cowboy. He was a performing cowboy.
Sounds like it was a postman.
He was a postman to start with, yeah, but that wasn't for long.
It's not as sexy, is it? Was he wearing his shorts and his boots?
I imagine, and yeah, and in the snowy scenario, postmen do that, don't they? Okay, so this is good. I like this. Sounds like a great film. So, what's the plot of the film? Why are we in the snow? Who's the bad guy? What are they? What's happening?
Well, in this one, the bad guy is civilization, just generally.
So, just a
So
way of living.
just the fact that people are getting 9 to 5 jobs, and it's very boring. And these I'm going to call them snow cowboys
Snow Boys.
want to see the fall of civilization, which is where we're starting to get some clues in the title now to see. So they're really what they're trying to do is bring down civilization, and the only way they can see to do that is because the entire economy is based off of the ski resort stuff. So they're going to melt all the snow.
Oh wow! Going back to our super bad guys, our super villain type thing.
Yeah. And do you know the way they do it? They get a timeshare in a volcano.
They're going to try to erupt a volcano. Well, it's a lot of mountains in the Rocky Mountains. One of them surely a
Yeah.
volcano.
Sadly, no lava. Yeah, so they're going to try and melt all the snow to ruin the main protagonist slash bad guy. I haven't quite decided yet. Massive ski resort, who is the reason why there's so much civilization popping up around in the world.
Who we got in this film? I just want to be able to picture it. So Tarantino, he always brings back an actor. You've got in the films that you've produced here, you've been able to pull some people out of your backside. But who's coming into this? This is going to be a mega film.
Yeah, this is going to be huge. So I mean, it's not a Tarantino film in my eyes if Sam Jackson's not in it.
Okay, yeah, Sam Jackson.
We're going to have to get Samuel Jackson in. He's also
Never had him called Sam Jackson before, by the way. Never had that. No. I like it though.
And then the other actor he's going to bring back, I don't know the lady's name, but in Pulp Fiction, Butch, played by Bruce Willis, his girlfriend in that.
Okay, yeah.
She's
I don't
in
know
it.
her name either.
I don't know her name, but she is the main character in this.
She's the main character. Okay, what's the name of the main character?
Her name is Sheila Lift.
Fucking hell. Hold on, let me get. She's not the inventor of the ski lift, is she?
Yeah, she is. She is. That's.
She's the inventor of the ski lift. They're trying to bring her down.
Yeah. Exactly.
Not. I don't mean bring her down on a ski lift.
Okay,
so let me get this right. So she's invented the ski lift. Those guys, they run there because they're cowboys. They run mules up the hill to pull people up on ropes. She's invented an automatic system. They don't like the progression. They're going to shut down her business so that her ski lifts go out of business.
Yes.
There you go.
That is the film.
And it's that lady, like Tarantino's obviously still got her number, whoever it was.
Got on Facebook.
Has she have you ever seen her in anything else other than...
No. Obviously not.
It's just
I'm
strange.
sure she's done films, but I don't pay for those sort of subscriptions, mate.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Give me some more actors then. So you've got that lady out of... Who else did you say? Samuel L. Jackson. Who does he play?
He is
again a 70-year-old man, probably.
Yeah. So he's the bloke that presses the button to start the lift. So he's in it like regularly, but he's not a main character. He just pops up quite a lot.
Okay.
And let me guess, you want to go motherfucking up? That's the line.
There's a line from the film. We're going to see that. That's the trailer. Let me guess, you want to go motherfucking up. I'm sick of this motherfucking ski lift on this motherfucking mountain. Okay. There you go. Will he be okay playing a lift operator? I don't understand that reference, Dan.
Well, I mean...
she's in French movies being French. Oh, he knows so much, Dan does.
Why are you watching French films? They're for French people.
Pourquoi, Dan? Pourquoi?
I don't know what that means.
I think it means but why.
So they're in it. And then there's usually like Tarantino makes a star of someone.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put an atomical bomb in this film.
An atomical bomb? You want to do some acting?
Yeah.
French film are full of shagging. Good quality shit, says Dan. There you go.
Fair enough. Well, there you go. Well, now's your chance to meet your idol because you're going to be in a film with her, Dan.
Have you got much acting experience, Dan? It's going to make Tarantino's making a star out of you, so there's a fair chance.
There's always someone he makes a star out of, right? Because no one had heard of like Brad Pitt until he was in Glorious Bastards or Christoph Waltz. Sorry,
I don't know
no
who
one had heard.
Christoph Waltz is.
Oh, he's
Dan says
great.
he can press a lift button.
Well, there you go. You can be the assistant to Samuel Jackson.
Dan, there's a chance Dan will be in the next Ashens film.
There you go.
You know, they've formed a strong friendship since the last Ashens film was made. So there might be anatomical bomb action figurines at some point.
Totally see it in probably one of the catalogues that you read through. That would be a nice.
Maybe that's
It
true.
would nice linked up well, wouldn't it?
Maybe
A lot of
that's true.
callbacks.
So this is high budget. We've got the stars. The
Yeah.
tagline. Did you give me a tagline?
I haven't given you a tagline.
I'd love a tagline.
I'm very tempted to say, let me guess, you want to go motherfucking up, but you can't really swear.
No, it's going to be difficult with the tagline.
So what's the tagline? It's cold out west.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. It's cold out west. It is sometimes.
Sometimes.
Snow boys. I like it. It's cold out west. That's good. Strong. Again,
Strong.
full snow. I'm giving a thumbs up. I'm saying I'd watch that.
Amazing.
Okay, you ready for your fourth film, Matthew Adlington?
Can I just say, I'm definitely feeling the well running a bit dry.
Are you? Your creativity is. Are you struggling? Are you?
Yeah. I've what did Dan say? I've blown my wad.
Well, I think that he meant regarding that specific. You've done a dinosaur, yeah, but I think you've got plenty. Let's not.
I doubled down to try and prove him wrong, but now I'm like, no, I don't. I can't think of.
Well,
any
the
other
title
actor.
might help you on the next one.
Oh.
So, Dan says, "Get this motherfucking cold out of my motherfucking west." If anyone can top that, good luck to you.
Oh, that is tremendous. I love it.
Get this motherfucking cold out of my motherfucking west. It's a good one. Dan, don't burn all this stuff. You're going to be on again soon.
Yeah.
Right, you ready for your fifth film, Matt? Remember,
Yes,
there's no
please.
wrong answers, Matt. Your creativity doesn't need to be rocked here. Like, literally, the title will do the work for you. Don't fear the title. Let it flow. Meditate on it.
It's an amazing tagline.
Yeah, that's true. Here we go. Your fifth film. See, there you go. Commando Fist. There you go. Sometimes you think, what's going to happen? Sometimes it's Pierce Black. Sometimes it's Full Snow. And then it's Commando Fist. Dan said do a porn. Dan literally said do a porn. Bill making stuff. Hello. How you doing?
Amazing. Commando Fist. I'll tell you what, this has got this is going to be the #1 Christmas rom-com.
What are you talking about?
I know of a doubt.
This is a Christmas rom-com.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't see that coming. Did not see that coming.
That, Ash, is the tagline.
Is this a porno?
Huh?
Is this a porno? I didn't see that coming as a tagline. It's called Commando Fist. Commando Fist means it's an undressed fist. Oh, I didn't see that coming.
I can see this film clear as day, right? This is the follow-up to Jingle All the Way.
Oh, so Schwarzenegger film, because he's in Commando as well.
Yeah.
Is it a sequel to?
It's a sequel to Jingle All the Way.
Wow. What's Jingle All the Way about? I don't really know.
That's where it's a Christmas film, isn't it? It's where he tries to get the kid the toy that looks a lot like Iron Man, but definitely isn't Iron Man.
So what's Last Action Hero?
I haven't seen that film.
What's the difference between Jingle All the Way and Last Action Hero, guys? Someone will know. There's already a sequel to Jingle All the Way. Well, this is
like a Ghostbusters scenario where we're going to go, that one was shit, we're not counting that one.
Okay,
this is
fair.
the actual sequel to the film.
That's fair. So Schwarzenegger is in this.
Yeah, let me give it to these, right? So at the end,
I thought the well was one in dry. I've never seen you this animated.
This is great. So Jingle All the Way finishes with Arnold Schwarzenegger having refound the love with his family because he destroyed a Christmas parade. That was the lesson we learned from that. We fast forward 20 years. That euphoria of becoming a superhero and destroying a Christmas parade couldn't sustain a happy family relationship.
We know that. I know that. You know that.
He's divorced. He's hit the bottle,
Oh no,
and he's in a bad way.
he would be.
He still has a job, but he's barely getting by. It's coming up to Christmas, and his assistant is saying, "You need to get me the perfect Christmas present, otherwise I am out of here."
Wow, shit got real.
Shit got real. It just so happens that this assistant, played by
Cute 80-year-old actor.
Dolly Parton. No,
Fuck.
played by Meg Ryan.
Meg Ryan is the boss of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, his assistant.
Oh, right.
Arnold
Okay.
Schwarzenegger's assistant.
Is Arnie in this, or is he like one of those bit part things? Because now he's about ready.
He's the main character.
Right,
he's the lead.
main
That's
character.
I'm going all out for this one.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it just so happens that Meg Ryan, the assistant to Arnold
Yeah,
Schwarzenegger.
Dan, you're right. She's probably 60 odd. Yeah, quite right.
Yeah. She's definitely.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying there's a theme.
Why are you not being so ageist today?
Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't realise that you had a sort of fetish for that sort of thing.
I haven't seen a movie since 1994.
Yeah, all your references. Yeah, that's true.
I don't watch films. So
That's fair. That's fair. Well, thanks for being a guest on the podcast and saying that you love movies.
You're welcome, mate. Anything to try and fuck up your stuff.
Yeah, that's absolutely fair.
So it just so happens that Meg Ryan, so she's saying, look, you need to get me a good Christmas present or I'm going to leave you just like your wife did. And you won't be able to do your job. You'll lose your job as well. But it just so happens that she is massively into collectibles. Right. So once again, Arnold Schwarzenegger finds himself going out on Christmas Eve to get the latest new collectible toy, Commando Fist.
Is it just a?
Yeah, it's a fist with a forearm with two little eyes there. If you can imagine, Mr. Potato Head, but as a sex toy. That's basically.
So you can change bits off of it and put nodules on.
Yeah, absolutely that. Yeah.
Have you seen Top Secret, the Val Kilmer film? It's a comedy, but it gets He's got a massive fisting machine in his prison cell.
Well, okay, yeah. So I imagine it's very, very similar. Except you did this action.
Yeah.
This one is based on an electric toothbrush, so it just spins around more than anything.
What? I mean, that's very visual. That brought something out in me that I didn't know was in there. Like when you did that, something happened, and I was like, I know that. I've seen that. Last time I was in your house, maybe. I don't know.
This is why my cat calls me daddy.
Oh my god. For the listening viewer, if that's such a thing, Matt is waggling his fist around in the air. No one expects. Matt giggles like a child when he talks about sex toys. That's correct. He does. No, he does. That's his thing.
I really was trying hard to not go so base with this, but I just, when you get a title like Commando Fist, what do you expect?
So Arnie has to find a giant sex toy for his boss.
It's really important you get that level of detail.
For his assistant, who is going to leave him, go to a different job. His rival, probably Sinbad, the comedian, because was it Sinbad that was in the... It was in Jingle All the Way, I think it was.
Sinbad, was it?
I think so, yeah. So...
we're going to bring in a different rival for this.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's Danny DeVito.
So she's leaving him for Danny DeVito unless he buys her a giant sex toy.
Yeah, he's after the giant sex toy for other reasons.
Danny DeVito is, yeah. He's missing an arm.
Yeah, he's missing an arm, and he really, really needs to tighten his IKEA beds. So that action,
perfect. Yeah. Lovely. Can I have a tagline for it? We didn't get a tagline, did we?
Yeah, sure. It's got to be Christmassy, otherwise, how are you gonna know it's a Christmas film?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely right. I just want to say, Anatomical Bomb says, bring in Sinbad from Brookside, give him a chance. Dan is obsessed with people from soaps being in A-list movies, by the way. That's just his thing.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, in on that sense, you always do perk up and you go, he was fucking
Yeah,
in.
yeah, that's what I said when Dan was on. Yeah, I totally agree. You go,
Yeah.
oh, it's him from EastEnders. He played the baddie in EastEnders, and now he's in Avatar.
What can we have as a tagline for this? I want a Christmassy one that. Oh,
It's difficult, isn't it? Because the original film was called Jingle All the Way. So that, I
yeah.
mean, that's a good enough tagline on its own, almost.
Okay, so this one is going to be you might have jingled a bit too far.
You've, oh yeah, well, you don't want to jingle too far with a fist like that, do you? So,
Yeah. Don't
so
jingle.
you've jingled too far, or you might have jingled.
Oh, anatomical bomb! I tell you what, you have pulled it out the bag.
Merry
Yeah, Merry
Fist.
Christmas. Yeah.
Oh, it's shouting out. I'm
The
glad he
film
was. I'm
earlier
glad he was in the meeting.
today.
Merry Fistmas. I don't know that Meg Ryan's is getting in this. You know, I don't know if she's happy with that.
She's well into it, mate. She's well into it.
Merry
It's like,
Fistmas. Congratulations, Dan. You've absolutely nailed it. Absolutely nailed it.
yeah, I
Merry
love
Fistmas. And can we just guarantee there is a version of Fairy
Happy
Tale
New
of New
Year.
York, the song by the Pogues, but it probably goes, so this is Fistmas. They re-release it.
And the rest of it is just them making the noises when Commando Fist is switched on.
um, love it, Matt. That's great. I'd watch that. Definitely, I'd watch that.
There we go.
I'm happy. Anything else you want to add for Commando Fist?
Um, it's a musical.
What?
No,
No.
it's got a musical number in it. There is a big sing song
Oh
part.
yeah, and like he steps on a big keyboard at the Sears, like in
Yeah,
something
like in
like that.
big.
That kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, Matt, that's beautiful. Genuinely beautiful. Are you ready for your last film of the evening? Your
yes,
fifth
please.
film. Here we go. Let's see if we can if we can top Commando Fist. Temple of Blonde.
Ooh.
What's Temple of
Okay.
Blonde going to be about?
Temple of Blonde, Ash, is a massive sci-fi thriller film.
Really?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Massive, you say?
massive, like just big budget, massive CGI. It's a huge film, huge film.
Okay, that's not what I like. Again, there's no wrong answers here, but I envisaged, um, again, quite a sexy film where there's a load of blonde Amazonian style women and someone's got. But this is your movie. Go for it.
Yeah, it would all be porn if it was up to you and
I
Dan.
think maybe that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to diversify a little bit
So
for you here,
Temple
mate.
of Blonde is a thriller,
Yeah, it's a sci-fi thriller set
sci-fi.
on the moon of Jupiter.
Right.
That's
What's one of those called? What have you got any names there? You're a big space guy. What's one of the moons of Jupiter?
pretty sure one of them's called Titan.
Lovely.
It could be a Saturn moon. Not sure. There is a moon called Titan. It's set on one of those
Yeah,
moons.
yeah.
And basically, what this is um, so there's life on this planet. It's not,
Life for life for life.
that song is played constantly in every building.
Desiree.
Yeah, just every building on a loop.
Okay.
And basically, they uh, invaded Earth millennia ago.
Hmm.
And their favorite thing about Earth was blonde people.
Yeah, same here. Yeah.
It's a moon full of redheads. It's Titan, so they were fascinated by blonde. Now they did abduct one of these people.
Oh my god.
But like I said, this was millennia ago, so they've not survived. So now all that's left of them is a shrine
Or
to
temple.
or a shrine within the temple of the blonde. Now, where this film kicks off is NASA have sent a probe to moon,
Of course they have.
manned probe, sounding like your porn film again.
Mm-hmm.
And they think that the people that are, there's photos of them. They think that these people are actually alive and they're still prisoner on the moon.
Mm.
So they go out trying to break them free, not knowing that they died thousands of years ago.
Okay.
Armed with lasers and mouse traps.
So the people on the planet who
Yeah.
did capture, are they hostile?
Well, they're not. They look big, strong, and intimidating, and they have got an aggressive side, but they're very, very human-like
Mm.
in the sense that they're surprised that the
Who's
humans
the
have turned up.
baddies here? Who's the baddies?
The baddies almost abstract. Like they don't really. They assume them to be bad.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah,
I tell
yeah.
you, I tell you what, as I'm thinking this through, it's a bit Planet of the Apesy.
Yeah, yeah. It feels a bit Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
So those people that arrive on the probe, how many people are there? Like, is it a team, like a bit like Alien, that they're coming?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's 50
They
of
think
them.
they're like a SWAT team. A 50. There's a huge
Yeah, it's
squadron of
50.
them.
It's a big probe.
So is it going
Big.
to be they're going there, and are they going to find out that everyone's already dead at the end? Are we talking like they're going to open up and go they're already dead, or do they find
Yeah.
out early?
No, no, no. That's the end of the film.
They're going to find out this was a temple of the blonde.
This is the
Or
Temple of the
Temple
Blonde.
and it's like we
And
were
then
never.
it's at that as soon as they realise that the original blonde people are now dead, like the gates come down and they're trapped in there because they're all blonde. By the
Oh,
way,
of
they're all.
course they are. They're falling into the
So
trap.
that's an important detail I should have
They've
added.
fallen into the trap, haven't they?
They're now doomed in the Temple of Blonde.
That makes absolute sense to me.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah.
lovely. Lovely. Is it? It's quite scary. That could be quite scary.
Yeah, so yeah, I said it's more a sci-fi thriller. It's more
What's
like
the
a sci-fi
name? The people on the planet of Titan, on the moon of Titan,
Yeah.
what are they called?
Yeah.
Have they got a name?
Titties.
Titties. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Dan, you happy with that? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're called the
They're-
titties.
They're called the titties. And so when these people land, there's nothing on the outside because it's the moon. We've seen the moon. Right? This whole populace, everything exists inside, like they're built inside.
Yeah. 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 Built into the moon. Yeah.
So they only realise that these people exist when they first walk inside and they can hear life
For
for life.
life. For life.
Well, it says, fuck me, there's life here. And then that's it.
Love it. Give me a tagline.
Blondes have more death.
That's good. Blondes have more death. I like that. Right. So Dan was saying, do they have to check that they're natural blondes? He wants to see pubes, basically.
Yeah, I tell you what, just for Dan, I'm going to put in that one of them escapes because
we need a sequel.
Displays. He doesn't have any pubic hair, so they can't tell, so they don't believe him. So he goes.
Price says, does the carpet match the drapes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that a genuine question?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Who's in this film?
I
I thought you said Hugh Jackman just then, but you said, was that a genuine question? So suddenly I want Hugh Jackman to be in this film, but he's not blonde. So.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman, because there's 50 of them, so there can be quite a few here. I don't know if they're all A-listers. A lot of them are going to be background actors, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hugh Jackman, Jennifer Lawrence, she's blonde. I'm going to say Jennifer Aniston again.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Yeah, Jennifer Aniston. Halle Berry.
She's famously blonde, yeah.
Famously blonde. She was blonde in.
I mean, you do have to have some diversity in this film, genuinely, because yeah, if you're just having blonde hair, blue eyes, it would be problematic.
Yeah, no, I'm not suggesting for a minute they're all blonde hair, blue eyes.
No,
this is what I'm saying. Some of them aren't genuinely blonde, so this is why they get to escape.
Okay, and they've killed probably. Like, there's got to be some
It's not it's all about like it's in a horror film you don't the scariest part is the the tension that's built up.
Yeah,
There's no real death apart from being trapped in the temple where you now
but you've
just
got
can't.
50 people on this. That's a lot of actors to then get through to this. Are we chopping between the actors, or is there like a couple that we see and the rest are all extras, or what are we talking about
Yeah,
here?
yeah, you only ever see them as a crowd of 50. So it's only the people at the front of the crowd that you've got to cast. The rest of them are interchangeable background actors.
Oh, okay.
So like they're walking around
Try not to look at the camera.
like lemmings, yeah. They're all just like in a horde all the time. Like when you mess up your lemmings game when you play lemmings on
Oh,
Twitch,
Jesus Christ, yeah.
and you're digging down and they all get into the same hole and you can't tell one lemming from the other. That's how I
This
imagine
is
the
great.
cast.
Where's this being filmed? Like, are we? What? It's again. It's going to be like Mexico or somewhere deserty, isn't it? So I should imagine on the
No, because
external shots, and then the rest of it's
the
in a
external
studio
shots, yeah, but most of it is being filmed in Westfield.
in a shopping centre. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
sprawling.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Jupiter's moon looks mostly like a shopping mall.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of extras. Matt, absolutely brilliant. Anything else you want to add to Temple of Blonde? Blondes have more fun.
Blonde had more death.
More death. Sorry, yeah, I have written that. Blondes do have more fun, though. Blondes have more death is excellent. Anything else you want to add before we wrap that up?
This one has got an end credit scene.
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah, this one's got an end credit scene where the person that escapes, but only to the next moon where they've got a temple of gold.
And they go, holy shit, not again.
Yeah, and it's just yeah.
Okay, right. So here we go. I'm about to do a poll for you viewing the beauties of Matt's films. We've got Off Bill, which was a spin off, a sort of remake of Toy Story, where Woody from Toy Story goes back, somehow travels through time to speak to Andy, who's now a hitman to killing toys because Woody's dad, Bill, is stealing the batteries from toys and killing them. Batteries not included in the tagline for that. Pierce Black, a spy movie set in Iceland. Morgan Freeman is a spy with his Sherpa, Jennifer Aniston. They're trying to infiltrate a volcano timeshare situation, which is actually a cover for the bad guy to kill his competitors in the bad guy industry. Time to Erupt, what you said for that one. Full Snow, a Tarantino movie starring Samuel L. Jackson. It's cold out west. Lovely tagline. It's cold out west. A cowboy film set in the snow. As Sheila Lift, the inventor of the lift, the snow lift, they're trying to bring her down.
I like that. I'd watch that.
Then we go to Commando Fist, which really took a turn. It's a sequel to Jingle All the Way, where Arnold Schwarzenegger has to buy his assistant a Christmas present, or she will leave him for his nearest rival, Danny DeVito. What she wants is a giant fist-style sex toy, and the tagline for that film is "Merry Fistmas." I should point out, Pierce Black also has music by The Offspring as well, of course.
Yeah. Can I add something very slightly to that tagline?
Yeah.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. And your final film was Temple of Blonde, a thriller set in space where people fly off to Titan, one of the moons of Saturn or Jupiter, where they are trying to rescue some people who have been abducted. Turns out they've died millennia ago. And the Titties, who are the people who live there, have kept them as a shrine. It turns out at the end that this was all a big trap and they've captured all the blonde people. Absolutely amazing. I'm going to put the poll up now. Vote, please, on what you think is the best film. And we shall see how that goes in a second.
Where's your money?
Merry Fistmas and a Happy New Year. For me, I think it's going to be Commando Fist. I can't lie to you. I think that's a strong film. I think it's probably the most plausible one. Although Full Snow, no, Pierce Black, I did enjoy. I enjoyed the idea of Pierce Black. Full Snow, I think it's got potential. I do. The cowboy film set in the snow.
I
Um,
really but Blonde.
say again,
I'd
sorry.
watch. I'd probably watch if I was going to watch film. I'd probably watch Temple of Blonde.
I think Temple of Blonde was very good. I really do
I'm
think. Um,
tagline.
but I think realistically, Commando Fist has got. I I think you've got. It's going to be a hard set. It's going to be a hard push with the studio to get the giant sex toy through. But it's the kind of thing that in the '90s, like you had like films like
Incidentally, Hard Push was nearly the tagline for that film.
you had films in the '90s that were like Weekend at Bernie's and stuff like that, where
Yeah,
it's like there's the concept was really weird. I'm yawning.
this is a point actually. You were commenting quite a lot about the age of all of my
Yeah,
stars in these movies. But some of them could have been made years
yeah.
ago
I
when
mean,
they're
you
in their
didn't explicitly say when I gave you the opportunity to say that. That's the thing. So I'm assuming they're all modern film.
yeah,
Fistmas, Merry Fistmas is great, and a Happy New Year. I think that's got a real chance of making it simply because of your tagline there. Um,
yeah. Thank you, Dan. That's all.
the poll is still going. You've got a few seconds left if you want to vote on the poll. Matt, whilst we wait for the poll results to come in, um,
Yes.
where can people see you? Tell us what you do. What's the Matt Adlington vibe?
So I'm a stand-up comedian. I gig wherever anyone will have me. If you know of someone that hasn't had me, please recommend me. If you
That's
go
very
to comedy gigs, you can follow me on Instagram, Matt Adlington 05. And I will every now and then get fully invested in a new thing that I want to do, and invariably stop short of actually committing to it.
I love it
Uh,
when you do that.
Allow my Twitch streams that I started badly.
I was looking you up on Twitter before, and I realised you don't use Twitter, do you? I'd sort of forgotten that you
Really
don't use Twitter because I'd looked and your last tweet was 2013. It's like really going to try and get into this Twitter thing
yeah. Yeah, I don't.
9 years
Do you know
ago.
the reason why? Is because I couldn't figure. I felt like Twitter was the platform to just say absolute mindless twaddle that come into my
Yeah,
head. But it turns out I have got some of the most boring mindless twaddle you've.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I,
but on Insta, I'm sure you're much better. I'm not really on Insta, so
I have a lot more stories and pictures and stuff like that.
I've enjoyed the transition from daytime to nighttime. In your video there, the sky is now black outside. It's very exciting. It was pure day. Winter is coming. The results are in, and the
Oh,
winner, Matt Adlington, you'll be pleased to know, with 67% of the votes, is Commando Fist.
yeah.
Very tight though, with 33%, which
Very
is
tight, incidentally, was nearly the tagline.
Piercer Black came in second, and then not a single vote for any of the other films. Temple
No,
of Blonde got nothing, mate.
no.
They're not doing well at the
Shame.
box office.
No, very straight to DVD that one.
Yeah. Well,
Bargain bin sort of stuff.
just thank you so much, Matt, for being there. We got some great films there. I think Commando Fist goes on maybe into my top favourites. Genuinely, I
Mate.
think it's in there of some of the ones we've had. I need to have a look back at some of the titles, but Commando Fist, I think, is a very strong film. Very, very
Thank
strong. If we were making T-shirts after every episode, Commando Fist would be the T-shirt we made, and it would just be Meg Ryan holding a giant rubbery vibrating fist going like this, and Schwarzenegger's on the side like, you know what I mean? She's unwrapping
Yeah,
it. It's wrapped up, and she's like,
it's wrapped up. You could just see a fist and one of Mr. Potato's head eyes
yeah,
just coming
something
out.
like that. That'd be it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thanks for being there, Matt Adlington.
Having me, mate.
You're
It's been
welcome.
fun.
Viewers, thank you. If you want to see me, viewers, which I know you obviously do, today we've just announced myself and Justin Panks are going to be doing live, I'm going to call it work in progress shows, but they should be done by then, hopefully, on the 25th of August in Cambridge. So if you're anywhere near Cambridge, it's going to be at Town and Gown. I will be putting links up on my Twitter.
Amazing.
It's an incredible venue for comedy. There will be people there. It's not going to be like you, me, Justin, and one other person. Jason Stamp's going to be hosting the show. He's a brilliant comedian as well. Go and get tickets for that. And then in September, I can't remember the date in September, but I think it might be the first Saturday. Let me have a little look on my diary. We're doing shows in Southend, myself and Justin Panks again. And that one, we really need. It's the 3rd of September, the first Saturday in September. The Alex in Southend. Tickets will be going again on my Twitter very, very soon. We need people at that show. We're going to be filming it. 2 shows for the price of one. Get over there. Genuinely, we want to fill the place up. I think it holds about 70 people. We want 75 people in there, basically. So let's get that. I might actually be able to come to the Cambridge one, Ash Flaps. That'd be amazing. 25th of August. Me and Justin doing a show. Get yourself down there. That'll be great. Definitely come and say hello afterwards as well. And
Justin's poster for his show is excellent. I saw that. That looked great.
Ash Flaps McNulty. It wasn't him that did it, I don't think. Someone did it. I was going to say it was Ash Flaps, but I can't remember who it was. It wasn't Ash Flaps, I don't think. Anatomical Bomb. I could try for the Southend one. Dan, you are in for the Southend one. Get yourself there. That'd be great. Right. Thank you all so much for watching. Let's raid someone, shall we? Oh, well, we got 2 people to choose from. Realistically, we've got Trista Bites, or we've got Matt Adlington's favourite streamer, Paleontologizing.
Oh, I like Paleontologizing.
So, what do people want? I'm happy to go with either of those 2 guys. Trista is obviously, I'm sure lots of you follow Trista already. Paleontologizing is someone that we both enjoy, don't we, Matt?
Yeah, you just happened across him one evening, didn't you?
I thought you told me about him.
It wasn't me.
No, but you've fallen in love with him, haven't you? You enjoyed it.
I watched a lot of his stuff since you raided him.
Oh, right, okay. Year. Yeah, no, he was always quite kind afterwards, though. I like that when people say thank you and they're pleasant. Thank you very much for the subs, Anatomical Bomb, Albino Crocodile. That's lovely of you. If you haven't already followed, follow me. They're going to have brilliant guests. Who's the next one that I've got, Matt? Who's the next guest? Well, Dan's going to be doing it very, very soon. That's for sure. And the next one is on the 25th, and I'm pretty sure I've booked someone, but I haven't got it in my diary. So there'll be another one on the 25th, but it's going to be good. Whoever it is, it's going to be good. If you could think of anyone as well that you want to be on the show, I will ask them. Just you tell me who you want, and I'll get them on.
Can you
not just
please...
you, oh. But anyway,
me on it.
You can get on it. And Dan, we're going to have Anatomical Bomb back on very, very soon because he's got a new modem, apparently. So that's great. Right, we're raiding. We're going to go with Paleontologizing so you can all learn something. Thank you all so much. Matt Adlington, thank you so much for being there. Very much appreciated. Follow Matt on Instagram. Follow me on this. And brilliant. Commando Fist. Merry Fistmas and a Happy New Year to everybody. In 9 seconds. We're going for it. Let's go. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, everyone. Nice to meet you all.